Ever wondered what happens when a poetic genius picks up a guitar and decides to rewrite the rules of music, one snickerdoodle-sized revolution at a time? You get Bob Dylan, who didn't just play songs, he set words on fire and watched them reshape the world. And the bands? Oh, Dylan didn't just have backing bands, he had musical alliances so legendary that even history had to stop and take notes. Before they were simply the band, they were the Hawks, Dylan's electric-powered backup squad during his 1965-66 world tour. That tour? The one that made folk purists lose their snickerdoodles? Yeah, that one. Fans were outraged that Dylan dared plug in an electric guitar, but the Hawks backed him up with tight, soulful playing that forever changed rock music. During a 1966 performance in Manchester, an enraged folk fan screamed "Judas" at Dylan, as if he had personally betrayed all of folk music. Dylan's response? "I don't believe you. You're a liar." Then he turned to the Hawks and snarled, "Play it loud," before launching into a thunderous version of Like a Rolling Stone. Absolute mic drop moment. Picture a musical road trip where Bob Dylan, Joan Baez, Roger McGuinn, and T-Bone Burnett take over small theaters, dressed like rock and roll gypsies. Throw in actors, poets, and absolute chaos, and you get the Rolling Thunder Revue. This wasn't just a tour, it was a theatrical rock and roll fever dream, and everyone in its path was along for the wild ride. In 1987, Dylan toured with the Grateful Dead. Some fans say it was a cosmic fusion of jam band and lyrical genius. Others say it was like putting a snickerdoodle in a bowl of chili. Confusing, slightly messy, but undeniably intriguing. The Dylan and the Dead live album still sparks debate to this day. Dylan, George Harrison, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, and Jeff Lynne walk into a studio. No punchline here, just the creation of the Traveling Wilburys, the ultimate "we're too famous to take this seriously" band. They recorded 2 albums filled with laid-back jams, proving that legendary musicians can still have fun and sound ridiculously good while doing it. Since 1988, Dylan has been on a tour so long, even historians are like, wait, it's still happening? He's cycled through countless backing bands, constantly reworking his songs, keeping every performance fresh and unpredictable. Some fans have seen him multiple times and still don't know what version of Blowin' in the Wind they're going to get. Originally a rambling 10-page piece of prose, Like a Rolling Stone was nearly abandoned before it became the 6-minute epic that redefined rock music. The organ part? Played by Al Kooper, a guy who wasn't even supposed to be in the session. The impact? The Beatles heard it and immediately started changing their own sound. Written for a Western movie, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, this song had just 2 short verses, but somehow became one of Dylan's most iconic tracks. Guns N' Roses turned it into a rock anthem. Eric Clapton made it bluesy, and countless others covered it. If songs had frequent flyer miles, this one would have a lifetime platinum membership. Dylan's version of It's Not You, It's Me, but with folk guitar and a little extra passive aggression. It was inspired by a folk tune, recorded in one take, and covered by everyone from Johnny Cash to Joan Baez. It's the ultimate I'm totally fine song, even though it sounds like it was written at 3 a.m. while staring out the window and contemplating life. He constantly reinvents himself. His songs never sound the same twice, and his bands, whether the band, the Wilburys, or his ever-changing touring crew, have shaped rock history. Dylan doesn't just perform music, he warps time, reinvents language, and makes you question what you thought you knew about songwriting. And if you still haven't cranked Like a Rolling Stone at full volume today, what are you even doing?